my channel. Today we're creating this clean, chic, nude stiletto cross nail set. It's giving soft, elegant, clean girl energy with a little bit of edge. Shout out to the grown out nail here though. It held up so beautifully, but also with a little glow up on the glass nail set. Please check that out, tutorial in description. But let's move on with our main character. Today we're starting out with my natural nails, so let's get into prep. Of course, the most important first step is always prep, and I'm starting by pushing back my cuticles, and I'm using this Mr. Green cuticle pusher because I love that it has a sharper edge and it really helps scrape all that dead cuticle buildup, and it really cleans up the nail plate. Next, I'm going to go in with my e-file and cuticle bit, and I use this to gently lift the cuticle area and clean up any remaining dead skin so that the application has best possible foundation. A little reminder, I'm not angling this bit downward into my natural nail, I'm just lightly working over the surface to remove the leftover cuticle and any debris. After that, let's go in with our cuticle nippers and carefully remove the skin that we just lifted. And now I'm taking my buffer and I'm going to lightly roughen up the nail surface. You want to create a little bit of texture so that your product has something to grip onto. Good prep is always what helps prevent lifting, so go ahead and take your time with this step. And then after looking closer, I noticed I still had a little bit of cuticle area that I needed to clean up, so grabbing my square bit, I'm going back in. Any leftover dead skin can interfere with adhesion, so this extra little step is definitely worth it. And now I'm shaping my natural nails with a higher grit file. I believe this one is around 240 grit, and I'm just refining the shape and removing any dust before moving on. And now that everything is cleaned with alcohol and all the debris is removed, we can move into application. For this set, I'm using soft gel tips. These are some of my favorite stiletto tips, and I got these from AliExpress. They fit my flatter nail beds really well, which can sometimes be tricky with stiletto shapes. I'm going to go ahead and size them out, and I'm going to leave a little bit of space between the tip and my cuticle area because I'm going to fill that space later with builder gel for a seamless finish. And of course, this is the part where I'm filling and suddenly my hand decides to leave the frame. But what I'm doing here is using my e-file to gently scuff up the underside of the tip and thin out the cuticle area so that it sits flush against my natural nail. Once we're back in frame, you can see that customization and how it looks. If you need to adjust the edges with the file, go ahead and do so that each tip fits your nail perfectly. I'm using my protein nail prep and primer next. These are some of my favorite products for prepping the nail, so I'm applying those over the entire nail surface. And now it's time for application. I am grabbing my gel glue and I'm applying a thin layer over the nail and then adding a small dollop near the edge. I like to press the tip down at an angle so that the glue flows evenly from the cuticle area all the way to the free edge. Once everything looks smooth and there are no air pockets, I'm going to flash cure that all into place. Once all the nail tips are applied, I'm going to use a glass top coat. It's like a non-wipe coat, and seal the underside of the nail. This helps seal everything in. It prevents little air pockets, and it keeps the underside looking just as clean and shiny as the top. Now let me show you one of my favorite tools for creating that seamless soft gel look. This 5-in-1 nail drill bit is amazing for blending soft gel tips into the natural nail. I have all of these products linked below, but if you struggle with getting your tips to look completely melted into your natural nail, this is definitely a tool I recommend. I start on a lower speed and then I slowly increase as I got more comfortable. The goal is not to touch your natural nail. We are only thinning and blending the artificial tip. Now, look at the difference here between my pinky that it just hasn't been filed yet, and then the rest of the nails. You literally cannot tell where my natural nail ends and where the soft gel tip begins. That seamless blend is what makes that finished set look so professional. Another little trick for that perfect transition is taking a brush and dipping it in some acetone and then lightly running it across the bottom edge of the tip. This helps melt away any remaining line of demarcation and it gives that extra seamless finish. Once everything is cleaned again with alcohol, I'm going to check over each nail to make sure everything is smooth and ready for the design. To start, I'm going to blend out my natural nail smile line using this white padding gel and a sponge. I will be doing 2 layers of this to really soften that line underneath the tip. After the first layer, I'm flash curing and then I'm going back in with another layer and blending out again until we have a smooth gradient. Now that the base is looking perfect, I'm going to be grabbing my base coat. And this step is really important because base coat works almost like double-sided tape. It helps everything grip into the natural nail, the tip, and then the products that we'll be layering on top. After curing that for a full 60 seconds, I'll be going in with a tinted builder gel. Now, this tinted builder gel from Gowie, the color was absolutely beautiful, but the consistency wasn't quite what I personally look for in a true builder gel. I did try doing a slip layer and then going back in with a larger bead, but honestly, it just was not giving. So instead, I decided to use it as a one coat color across all the nails because at this point, I was committed. But now I'm going in with this gorgeous polish, and I'm going to make this shade over the top of all the nails. These colors together really are so pretty and create that soft monochromatic nude that I was going for. After curing everything for 60 seconds, I'm sealing the entire set with my favorite top coat. This top coat is so good. It's linked in the description. I can't stress how much I love this. I love this brand. I love this top coat. It's so shiny. At this point, the nails honestly looked beautiful right here, but you know me, I had to add just a little something extra. So I'm going in and adding one 3D embellishment using this cross mold. I've been seeing these everywhere and they are just such a chic way to add detail without feeling too busy. I decided to keep everything monochromatic and use the same color of the polish because I love that elevated luxury look. This was actually my third attempt at making these crosses. The first two were not my favorite, so I figured out a better technique. The trick is using a liner brush and gently opening the mold while pushing the product into each groove first. I'm not worrying about filling the entire mold immediately. I just want to make sure that every detail is coated. If you skip this step or rush it, you can end up with air bubbles, empty spaces, or just too much product overflowing around the edges. Once I'm happy with the detail, I'm going in with one final dollop to fill the cross completely, and I'm being careful not to overfill because I don't want products spilling outside of the mold. Then I'll use a cuticle stick to clean up any excess before flash curing both sides. Once it's peeled out of the mold, it's going to be so cute. You have to, like, look how cute this is. You can see that there's a little bit of an edge to clean up because I had some spillage, so I'm just going to use some tweezers and remove those little pieces. Now I'm grabbing my rhinestone glue. I love using the one with a needle nose applicator because it makes detailed placement so much easier and less messy. I'm applying glue to the back of the cross, pressing it into place, and then flash curing it. And there we have it. The detail is so simple, but it completely elevates the look of the set. And I'm grabbing a new top coat I've been testing out. Honestly, I'm not mad at it. The shine is really beautiful. The only thing I noticed is its consistency. If you like a thinner, more runny top coat that spreads easily, this might actually be a great option for you. Plus, it is budget friendly, which is always a bonus. I'm sealing everything in one final time and then flash curing the whole hand for 60 seconds. Grabbing my favorite cuticle oil. I'm going to apply this first to my glass nails because just shout out one more time to them. They're so cute. And of course, this is my favorite cuticle oil, by the way. The bottle is massive, so please learn from my mistake and do not set it on the floor because you might forget it's there and kick it over and spill half of it. Not that I know from experience or anything. But anyways, look how beautiful this set turned out. I'm so happy with how it all came together. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I can't wait to see you in the next one.